evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Fowl Territory 273. I am your cordial host, Gizzard Gary. It is Friday, the second day of August. Yes, we're into August already. So, here we go. It's Friday. It's time to party. So, let's see who we got out there to party with us. First one in is Ron 2A Matters. And then we have Rich White. He's out there. And in here we have Artac and Daughters. We have Fluffy 10 millimeter Jeep Guide Gun Websites is in the audience. Hillbilly Up out there. And in here we have Duffer 426. Also have Guns and Barbecue out in the audience. And Jacob S is out there. We also have another hillbilly, the American hillbilly. Well, we got two hillbillies. How about that?
Uh-oh.
Got Dale Pogue out there in the audience. We have two live moo out there and in here. We have Alaska 1 Andy. We have Chris from the 740. And Alex Parlin just jumped in. So, all right. Got a good audience out there so far. So, I think an audience like that deserves a stellar panel, don't you? I do believe so. I see that Boomstick just jumped in. So let's meet tonight's panel. Let me hit the panel button, the magic panel button. And so here they are. So let's go in order here. My first panelist, he comes to us every week from high on the mountaintops of West Virginia. He is, of course, the host of This Week Unloaded on the Unloaded Media Channel. Also does product reviews, interviews, and news you can use. Let's welcome Rich White.
One of these days, I have to get you a topographical map of where I live.
Low in the valley bottoms of West Virginia.
You got to have highs and lows. Tell you that. He's over yonder. All right. Well, thanks for being here. And then let's welcome another guy. I don't know that he's high on a mountaintop at all, but he's high on life. He is, of course, the fine bovine himself. Let's welcome to Live Moo.
Yo, what's up, everybody? What's happening?
Yeah. Ready to go. Now, this next guy here knows a little something about mountains. He's got hills in his country, that's for doggone sure. But he's out in western North Carolina. He is, of course, our man in law enforcement. Let's welcome Sarge at C4 Defense.
Yep. Hello. I'm from a valley as well, just like Rich.
Down in the valley.
Valley.
Valley so low.
I mean two things.
Got 223 DMR out there in the audience. And one more panelist. Boy, got a lot of hills in here tonight because this guy's got hill in his name, for crying out loud. But he, of course, is my next door neighbor from the Show Me State of Missouri. A little east and a little south of me. But he hosts a show every Saturday called the Guns, Beer, and Therapy podcast. And he does product reviews, interviews, and he throws a little bit of fun into everything he does. And he's here to help make your day better. Let's welcome Hillbilly Up.
Hey, Gizzard and everybody. Good to see y'all. Now, I do live on a hill. So.
Not down the valley. You're on a hill.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
at least one of them.
Disclaimer on the Guns, Beer, and Therapy. You're not a licensed therapist, so, it's just all advice.
Well, it's hillbilly therapy. We don't. We get a license out of a Cracker Jack box. So
that's right.
You don't go burritos at the same time, right?
Yeah.
I feel kind of left out being on the plains. I have to drive to see hills. but that's okay. So let's see. Mario Mosen
Hey,
just stepped out there, and he says, 1, 2, 3. Hi.
I eat hay.
Do you really?
Well, he
Well,
is a cow.
He is. He is a different kind of cow for sure. All right, we got 15 people out there in the audience. We are also multicasting on the X and Facebook.
Did you hear it on the X?
Heard it on the X. So if you're out there on the X, hey. And hey to you Facebook people too. I don't want to dish you. But all right. So interesting news day today. Not exactly a big news day, but some interesting stuff. The Olympics is going on, and then there's some flip-flopping going on outside of the Olympics today, I hear. So
What's that?
this is an old friend of ours called Kyle Rittenhouse. Well, Kyle this morning decided to put a statement on his X account that said that he would not be able to support the Donald Trump campaign this year because of his record on the Second Amendment. So he was going to write in the name of Ron Paul for the election this year. And
That's going to be super effective.
nothing was going to change his mind. Well, later this afternoon, he put out another statement on X saying that he had a phone call with someone in the Trump administration, and he now feels confident that the 2A issues will be addressed, and he fully supports Donald Trump for president.
So he changed his
I
mind.
thought
what was his
nothing was
news
going to
cycle?
change his mind.
Well, his news cycle was running low. He wasn't getting much hits on X or nothing. So
I think his handlers may have called him and advised him that he needed to remove his cranium from his rectum, probably.
I mean, we can want a multi-party system or like 3 or 4 party system. We could do that all we want, but it's a 2-party system, and you're wasting your time on the third party.
Yeah,
you're wasting your vote. All it is take away from the other candidate that might be better for you. Between the two, lesser of the two evils.
Well, as I was saying before you came into the pre-chat, I don't necessarily begrudge somebody for voting for a third-party candidate. That's your right. But to write in the name of someone who hasn't even declared themselves a candidate is definitely a waste of your vote.
Yeah.
G-Web says, tell me you are desperate for attention without saying it. Well, yeah, there's that too. He got in the news today, that's for sure.
Twice.
Duffer says, I feel confident I will not be voting for Harris. Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
I'm pretty darn sure
confident
about that one. G-Web says, I disagree 100%. Our votes only have value when we use them.
Mm-hmm.
You got to vote.
That's true.
And you have to use them appropriately. That was kind of my sentiment. Like, third party candidate. Okay, so we're going to virtue signal and do that, but it's going to have no effect on the actual outcome.
So you may as well stay home.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be the same difference.
Yeah.
And
there's a good reason why one side of the two party will refuse to let that happen. I mean, another party coming in.
Well, it's not that they won't let it happen. It's just that these two are so established, and they've got all these old backing, and all the backroom politics is already established for these two.
I mean, it's not like you can't get them on a ballot. They are. I think the Libertarian Party
they always
probably
are.
on just about all the ballots. So
Libertarian Party, Green Party, and then there was one other one.
Yeah.
They're generally always making on the ballot, but nobody votes for them because
Yeah, when I
they
vote,
don't have a chance in hell on
they're
winning.
on there. I just, yeah. G-Web says, we only get a third party when they get 10% of the votes. Hardly a virtue signal.
Yeah, but I don't want to see that 10% go to them, and then like Biden all of a sudden got that massive, an 8 million vote lead.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
there have been times where, yeah, the votes that didn't go for either candidate, if they'd have been directed towards the losing candidate, would have decided the election. So,
And I realize it wouldn't go 100% to one or the other, unless it's like that weird thing that happens in the middle of the night when they're tallying votes, like when a couple 100,000 people in a row voted for Biden. Like, wow, what are the chances?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just hope that doesn't happen again this year. Let's see. G-Web says there are solid states which can easily be affected by third-party votes, debates, not just ballot. So either he cheated or he was popular, or is it also the third party's fault? I don't know. Got Milsurp
Cheated.
Duo out there in the audience. But I thought that was interesting. It could be an attention ploy. I mean, he is doing something now in Texas, I believe. Gunpowder Beauty's out there. Wow.
Well, I hope she's feeling better.
Long time.
She was on a chat just the other day.
So anyway, if you haven't thought about Kyle Rittenhouse lately, that and I read that his family has started a GoFundMe because they claim they can't get hired for work anymore because of the notoriety of Kyle, that nobody will hire them. So
Nobody.
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 Just not a chance.
So I saw that in the news today too. So yeah.
Even people with like negative reputations of their own can get jobs, positive or negative.
My son has a job working at Subway. Yep, he's a sandwich artist now.
See? It's a good honest day's work.
Gunpowder says, eek, I got duckies. Tardot brought me home 2 babies. Oh, that'll be fun. Of course, you can always eat them later, so nothing wrong with that. I guess I need to start the banner down at the bottom of the screen, because we do have a giveaway coming up at the top of the next hour, and that hashtag is #FT273. Got some swag. We got some swag. We got some chicken or skinny black knife. Whatever you like there. Speaking of knives, we have Mr. Knives. He's out there in the chat. Chocolate. Artax says Rittenhouse shit in his mess kit today by saying vote for Ron Paul. Yeah, but now he changed his mind. He says he's voting for Trump. So
nothing would change his mind, but then he changed it.
Nothing except a phone call. Maybe he was offered a cabinet position. Who knows? We got Chad Kelly out there. Gunpowder says, I still sound like I got the worst throat punch, but my ribs no longer hurt when I cough. That's
gosh.
good.
That's good.
Uh-huh. Yeah, she sounded like shit the other night.
Yeah, she did.
Dang, just let it fly, guys.
Now, how'd she look?
Don't hold back.
Oh no, she didn't have her camera on.
You're supposed to say she looked fabulous.
I don't think these guys would. Listen to
Gunpowder
them.
always looks fabulous. We have Defense Dad out there seeing gun people. I think he has gun people glasses. Every time he puts them on, he sees gun people. It's possible. Gunpowder says, look way worse than I sound. Uh-oh. Well, I hope you're feeling better. Chad says, wanted to pop in for a few. I'll be bouncing soon, but here for a few. I gotta try and convince myself to sleep tonight. That's always a good plan. Sleep after midnight, up before 5. I'm starting to feel it. Yeah?
Egads.
That'll get
That
you.
that will wear you out. Been there, done that.
Mhm.
When you got to get up early and you stay up too late because you want to do things with the family, and you just maybe you get a little time to relax after everybody goes to bed. Next thing you know, you got to be up in like 4 hours. Not good.
To me, if I know I need to get to sleep quickly because I've got to get up early in the morning, that makes it that much harder for me to fall asleep because I
Yeah.
100%.
concentrate on having to go to sleep and I
Always.
psych myself out.
Just take your sleep meds on an empty stomach. You won't have a choice.
Thing is, when I take melatonin, I don't want to get up the next morning. They say you got to leave at least 8 hours between the time you take that and when you're supposed to get up. So,
We'll just do that.
because it'll get you. We have Ghost Tactical out there in the audience. He says, "Evening cluckers."
Sup?
Chad says, "Yeah, I just woke up and didn't feel like falling asleep. I try to go until I pass out. This whole week has been one of those weird sleep nights. Yeah, that ain't good. But I've been there, done that. And I do have to get up in the morning myself because I got to get to the daughter's, probably get there early because she has company coming later in the day. So basically, it's like, okay, dad get in there and then dad leaves so my other company can come. So I see how I rate. So actually, it's my daughter's husband's sister and her family are coming to spend the weekend. So they have 5 kids. So yeah, it's probably time for me to be gone when that menagerie gets in there. So Defense Dad says I prescribed 2 shots of rum. That would do it. Might make me puke too. I don't tolerate rum real well.
2 shots of rum.
I had too many shots of rum when I was young and got pretty sick one time because of it. So let's see. G-Web says if you get there earlier enough, you can make it to the store to buy them stuff before you have to leave so they can have company over. Oh, I'm sure we'll go out to eat and stuff like that. I don't know about buying them any stuff. They got money of their own to buy stuff.
Yep.
So I'll buy the food. I'll buy the meal. No big deal. But yeah. So I'll be getting back here and you can just kick me out and I'll come back here and finish the videos I need to get done. Or take a nap. One or the other. Or I could do both. So but yeah, I've got some knives to video. I got a video. I had a video done today on a water bottle, and then, well, Amazon rejected it, so I got to edit it and resubmit the video. Let's see if they take. They said I was making health claims.
That's when you say it's BPA free or something.
Well, you think that's what did it? Because I left that in there.
That's what OB said he got bounced for.
Oh crap! I may be redoing it again.
I don't know. I'm trying to remember back. I think that's what he said. I don't know.
I thought it was because I said that it provided enough water for a day's worth of hydration, and maybe that's what.
See,
There you go.
how do you know what a day's worth of hydration is for everyone?
That's what I'd always heard. Is 8 ounce glasses of water in a day is what you're supposed to have.
Is that the same? How about for a little kid?
A little kid ain't going to be hauling around a 64-ounce water bottle. I don't.
You just said it was enough.
Okay.
I really, honestly, to be serious, I think it's based on your body weight. Like
It
the bigger the
probably
person,
is.
the more water they need.
I've heard of people who will fill a gallon jug and will drink that. So, and there's
Like-
some people that don't drink hardly any, I suppose.
Like those muscleheads at the gym carrying around a gallon jug of water. That cracks me up,
Well, some of those guys drink like 3 gallons a day extra.
dude.
Mhm.
They're bulking up, man. I tell you.
Let's not lie, but yeah, that's what some of them do.
So we don't have snobbing. We don't have obnoxious one tonight. So
I think Snob's retired.
I think he is. And I know Obi said that he was a little under the weather today, so he won't be here. So it's just us 5. Chad Kelly says, I drink so much water, that's all I drink, actually. But if I'm not drinking enough to pee every few hours and the insides get dehydrated, not pleasant a few days later. Yeah, that's not good.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good. Drink your water. So, what else is going on, guys? Any gun stuff?
I don't know about gun stuff, but you mentioned the Olympics earlier. Apparently, they've endorsed domestic violence. They let 2 guys beat up on women.
Well, now,
man.
I read that story, and then I read another story that claimed that other boxer was not actually trans, was actually born female, but had a medical condition. I don't remember the name of the medical condition, but part of that disease is that it causes an excess amount of testosterone. But claiming that she was born biologically female. So I've heard both sides of that story. But yeah, that was either
Biologically
way.
or genetically?
The IBA, which sanctions international boxing, disqualified both of those ones that they're saying are men, and the IOC let them in anyway.
It was silly. I mean, you have a world-class Italian female boxer who basically took 2 hits and said, nope, I'm out.
Everybody's all like, they're all okay with this. I say everybody, you know what I'm saying. The left is all okay with this until one of these women gets seriously injured by one of these guys.
Yeah, and then that guy's probably going to be sued.
Well, I don't know whether they're going to sue him or as much as the organization for allowing it to happen.
Yeah,
that's where the deep pockets are.
Yeah, they really can't sue him because you're basically signing a waiver when you get into one of those events. They'd have to sue the promoter, which would be the IOC in this case, and they would have to go to world court. And there's no guarantee that you're going to win that lawsuit in the world court.
Yeah.
Well, could that person get brought up on charges somewhere? Maybe
it has to be intentional.
Yeah, that's
you can't go into a contest like that. They're literally fighting.
Yeah. If that were the case, somebody could be brought up on charges for beating somebody up in a UFC ring or WBA championship bout, anything like that. So no, they're not going to be brought up on charges.
Yeah, I think we got to understand that these acts have to be intentional. You know, now if they fight after the bell or something, or after the decision, well, that's an assault or can be an assault, but they're literally fighting. You know, so.
Now, we've had a couple people bring up in the chat about something that happened a couple weeks ago in a volleyball match where a male on one side spiked the ball over the net and hit a female in the head with it. Now she's paralyzed.
That happened. Well, something similar to that happened. I think it was in North Carolina. It was last year or the year before. She was injured.
Ago. Yeah.
She was injured. I don't think the one I'm thinking of, she wasn't paralyzed, but she quit volleyball. It injured her to that point. And that's just not right.
No, we've had Well, it wasn't UFC. Was it UFC or was it Bellator that they had one fight a woman and they put their opponent in the hospital? So I mean,
But I mean, it is kind of.
You guys there? I'm sorry, I was leaving the house for a second.
Oh, yeah.
Switched off the
Uh,
Wi-Fi.
It's kind of a nuanced argument. I mean, for years and years, females have fought for the ability to compete in men's sports at a certain level, to where we have had, for example, female college football players and stuff like that that actually have played in NCAA games and stuff like that, typically as kickers, but not always. But on the other hand, this is kind of the opposite, where you have males trying to get into women's sports and stuff like that. And
Well,
yeah,
It's for a physical advantage.
right, 100% is.
You don't want. They're not going to go into a sport where they have a physical disadvantage.
well, wasn't it? I think if might be mistaken, but I think it's
But
a
imagine-
couple years ago.
Imagine
when-
raising a little girl and trying to teach her that she can go do anything, and then she finds out that the best woman is actually a man in a sport. Just think how that would be. It would be awful.
But the female referee in the NFL, during a tackle, she got taken down or something, like, which a lot of that happens to us all the time. But there was people said, oh, they intentionally took her down because. So
I mean,
that too.
I don't know about that. You've got basketball cheerleaders and yell leaders that get taken out in basketball games all the time because they're too close to the end line and stuff
exactly.
like that. That's gonna happen. Unfortunately.
Artek says, "Look at all the dudes in the WNBA. Yeah, that Brittany Griner just admitted to fathering. Catch that? Fathering a child with her fiance."
Definitely, the wording is weird in that.
Oops.
Can you guys hear me? Or am I like
Can now.
dropping out?
Yeah, I didn't have my camera on. I did her in quotations.
Well, yeah, and I saw an interview and they were talking about like what's the kid what's she gonna call you? And she said she's gonna call me Pops. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Interesting to say the least.
Oh, yeah, that's fine, but it's just weird that refer to it in those terms.
My pops plays in the Women's National Basketball Association.
Uh-huh.
Chad Kelly says, hell yeah, men are the best, even the best women now.
Yeah, it's just like how that's just terrible. Like when you see it in high school sports, and these girls have some of their chances at state records taken away.
Yeah.
College scholarships.
Yeah, it's the most unfair thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about Kamala's going to stand up for women's rights. Well, who's standing up for their rights? You know?
Yeah. Yeah, last summer there was a major women's bike race. It wasn't the Tour de France, it was another one. It was something to do with a Olympic qualifier or something. And the top 3 were all men.
Oh my God! It seems like a physical sport would be based on the qualifications would be based on what they are physically, not mentally or how they feel. Which that's a whole different area, and I'm not even getting into that. It just seems like there would be physical requirements and exclusions.
Mm-hmm. Well, heck, they're putting them into freaking women's beauty competitions now too.
Yeah.
Was it Miss Spain? I think it was.
Yeah, won one, I believe.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a country where the most beautiful woman in your country is a man?
Yeah, was it Spain or Portugal? It was one of those two that happened.
it's okay to have, individualized sports, individualized, contests. It's okay. It's not everything has to cross over. You don't have to have the right to go do anything if you're taking advantage of other people. It's not the rights of one don't trump the rights of many.
What was that woman's like national or world award they gave to as an actual dude?
Like what if a high school kid wanted to play little league baseball?
Well, I think there's rules against that.
Why? There
They
were rules.
identify as a kid.
Yeah, there were rules.
Mm-hmm.
There was always rules for high school baseball. There's rules in little league where the girls can play baseball if they want to, because some of the girls are just much better than their age group, so they want to go play baseball.
But there have been teams in the Little League World Series that have been stripped of their titles because they falsified birth certificates and stuff like that.
Yeah, like
But if you
like my cousin,
identify,
my first cousin, she played baseball all through school, from little league through varsity high school. She was a catcher, and then she went to a Big East school to play softball. She didn't switch over till like way late. She played baseball all the way through because she was tough enough and she was good enough. But then she played softball in college. But they can't go. You can't go the other way. You can't, like in little league and other things like that. You can't go play. The boys can't go play softball, which I think is totally fair. They can't go play softball, but the girls can go play baseball if they want to. And when they just, I think they could play up, but you can't play down.
Yeah. When I was good,
I was just going to say, like when I was in high school, the girls' volleyball team, their season ran along with our baseball. I don't remember if it's spring or fall, whenever that volleyball is out. But on rain days, us guys that come in the gym, we only had one gym in the high school, and we run up and down the bleachers, do this and that, and the girls was in there practicing volleyball. Well, every now and then, the girls' coach, for volleyball, she'd say, "Hey, we'll send you guys come over here and play our A team." And guys not ever playing volleyball, we're just baseball players. We whooped their butt every time, and they did not like that. They did not like us spiking the ball, and stuff. I mean, and not that I'm not against women at all. I love women, but sometimes there's just a physical difference.
mm-hmm. Yeah, when I was in high school in Pittsburgh, the school district allowed girls to join the wrestling team. Surprise, none of them did, but they could have if they wanted to.
So Fluffy says, dating nowadays, you have to do the Crocodile Dundee test. Wow. I remember that. Chad Kelly's got to head out. See you, Chad. Thanks for jumping in.
See you, Chad.
Later.
I'm sorry about my internet. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm traveling. I'm going to town and back. But I was going to tell one story since he was talking about wrestling. Mm-hmm. One of the guys that works locally, I used to work with him at a different place when I worked part-time, and he wrestled all through school, and he got stuck wrestling a girl in a match in high school who went on to fight in the UFC and did well and contended for the title. But he was nervous as could be. He's like, this is a lose-lose. He's like, what if I lose? He's freaking out. And he went out there and he pinned her in like 15 or 20 seconds because he is an absolute physical machine. But I mean, she was like undefeated and had a lot of hype, and he just went out there and handled it real quick. But he was nervous as could be. I mean, it made him feel bad afterwards too. But I mean, she went on to fight in the UFC, ended up having a chance at the belt. So there is a physical difference.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, where do you grab a girl when you're wrestling? That'd be like, I mean, I think that'd be rough.
Well, I know her. I'd grab her.
Without getting in trouble, man.
Uh-huh. It's like we used to play
Legal.
touch football out in the street, and the one girl would always want to play, and it's like, how do we, without getting
It's
slapped?
called the bowling ball grip.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've seen some pretty dang tough gals.
Oh, yeah.
Have my ass whooped by a few of them.
I'll tell you, that's a huge transition when I first got into law enforcement, where you have to sometimes arrest females, and sometimes you have to wrestle with them, that when they don't want to go, and that's a very strange transition.
Yeah, bet.
Because you're trying to be respectful, but then you realize it's a job; it has to be done.
Mhm.
You're trying to do it using absolutely as little force as possible, and it's a precarious situation, especially when you like the first few times it happens.
Gosh, I can remember back when I used to work at the nuclear plant. When you came through, if you set off the metal detectors, they'd have to do basically a wand and a frisk. And if a female officer was back there, they would have to go get a male officer to come out there and do that. And it's like, with today's world, would that even happen anymore? I don't. Just
It
personally,
would happen that way. It wouldn't happen the other.
I mean, it's not like they really touched you when they did a frisk anyway. They had this quick frisk method down pretty well. I mean,
Well, it's like doing what we do. I mean, you can search a female suspect, to a degree, but then we either call a female officer for a more thorough search, or if they're under arrest, and they did that at the jail, the female's there. But yeah, you can only go to a degree. It's not the same as a male could search a male. There are differences.
Yeah,
Thank goodness.
and like for a girl, I think the first place, I mean, the obvious place for them to hide something when they got pulled over, a male cop
It's
probably
exactly
cannot.
where you think it is.
Oh yeah,
It's exactly where you think it would be hidden.
Yep.
Mhm.
yeah, unfortunately. Duffer says body cavity search. Yeah. Yeah. Prison.
No, they don't do that either. That's a medical procedure. They X-ray and feel externally. There are no searches like that. Nope.
But you'd be surprised. My daughter has told me, Chris Lang's out there, working at the prison, that she's heard stories of what men can sneak into a men's prison, where.
Oh, I'm sure.
oh yeah, the body purse.
Oh, yeah. Cell phones?
Mhm.
But, yeah, interesting world we live in. That's for darn sure. But you know what else is interesting, people? At least to me, it's interesting that Gear Websites is your source for every second matters gun channels, gear, ammo ID, and more. You see, they have patches, stickers, and other items, all kinds of cool stuff. And every Friday is Free Patch Friday. That's right. You buy a patch, you get a patch. So
Woo!
you do that when you buy cool stuff at gearwebsites.com. But let's hear a little bit more about that.
GearWebsites.com is your source for firearms-based playing cards and books. We also have mugs, shirts, and posters with designs that we've made live. Of course, we have patches. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. We appreciate your support. Thank you for shopping at GearWebsites.com.
G-Web says, OMG, that is the intro to the plug this week.
You see Bubba's comment right above that?
One guy snuck a 38 special into a prison in his prison wallet. Just saying, pretty funny story. Hopefully a snub nose.
Yeah, hopefully. You never know. He may have enjoyed the longer barrel.
You just never know. All right, so I think it's time for a song. You guys like music, right?
Yeah.
You say, yeah, I like
Is
music.
he going to give it to
singing?
you?
That was last week. This week, he's going to sing about this.
Oh, who's the chicken that everyone loves? Gizzard Gary, who's 4'2" but stands above. Gizzard Gary, 10 of its wives and more to come. Gizzard Gary, who loves to give gifts to everyone. Gizzard Gary, giveaway. Gizzard Gary, giveaway. Gizzard Gary, giveaway. Hi, folks. Gizzard Gary here.
Meow. Yeah. Well, we don't have anybody to do the intro to our next segment. Do I have a volunteer? Or do I need to play the recording?
Moo can do it. Go on, Moo.
No.
You just got to yell in your mic real loud so it breaks up.
You gotta yell. You gotta yell like this.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's that time of the show where we give stuff away. In tonight's giveaway portion of Fowl Territory, we're going to have all sorts of stuff and things to give away, folks. So get those typing fingers ready, and we're going to see what we're giving away. Gizzard, what do we have tonight for this wonderful audience?
I know that guy.
I have a question.
What?
Why doesn't he have that microphone now?
I don't know.
Because every time he talks,
That's a
That always
good question,
breaks up.
buddy.
he always breaks up every time he gets a little overclumped.
I do know that Rich White has been a member for 21 months. He just put the anniversary chat out there. 21. That's a big deal. So thank you, Rich.
Uh-huh.
All right. So yeah, we're about to do the giveaway. Let's see what we got
What do we got?
away this week. We're going to start off, as we always do, with the infamous Gizzard Gary channel sticker. Everybody needs one. It's as big as my head. That's right.
That's right.
That's right. And to commemorate the program you're watching, the Fowl Territory thumbnail sticker. So you can always remember Fowl Territory.
Heck yeah.
It's important that you remember Fowl Territory.
Very important.
Okay. Here's something else that's pretty important to remember, and that's that excess sights are the fastest sights in any light, or no
Pretty-
light at all.
They're pretty nice.
Based right here in Texas. Well, in Texas, USA. I'm part of the USA here. I don't live in Texas. I'm in Kansas.
USA.
You know what
Kansas
else
will
isn't
fit
in
in
Kansas?
Texas.
We got lock grips.
Those are pretty nice.
They are nice. I own a few. LOK grips. Yeah. And then we have this down in Florida. Live Free Armory. They offer true American manufacturing. I'm sure you've
Pretty
heard
good.
of them. Maybe you've heard of them. Have you heard of these guys? called Radical Firearms. They are American made and Texas proud. Got a lot of Texas going on. Tell you what.
So radical.
That's right. Deep in the heart of Texas. Yeah.
Where's
how
Bubba?
about Rossi? You like you some Rossi?
They're in Brazil.
They're in Brazil.
Deep in the heart of
Brazil. Yeah. Got Thorzak's out there with the hashtag. All right.
Are they still in Brazil? Because Taurus moved to Florida. I was wondering if Rossi moved too.
Well, Taurus has a USA headquarters, yeah.
Yeah,
Or Georgia.
their headquarters is in Florida. Their repair and manufacture facilities in Georgia.
Bainbridge, Georgia.
So, same difference, Florida, Georgia.
These guys are
Rossi
in
move from
Mexico, I
Brazil?
believe. They'll help you feed your firearm. Aguila ammunition.
And Rossi's U.S. headquarters is probably the same building since they're at the same ownership.
Maybe. All right. So, how about a knife? How about Civivi? There's a sticker from Civivi. You betcha. Makers of fine knives.
They're nice.
They are. How about a sticker from Trailblazer Firearms? Imagination, integrity, and innovation. Yeah, all that stuff. And then it's important to protect yourself. And U.S. Law Shield says defend the second, plead the fifth. A lot of eagle stickers tonight.
Am I being detained?
Might be. Here's another. We have the Barkeep from Heritage Manufacturing. I happen to have one of these.
Ooh, I don't have one of those.
You need a Barkeep. Everybody needs a Barkeep.
You know you got to finish the trifecta and have a Taurus sticker.
Well, if you insist, there's your Taurus sticker. The trifecta. All right. And courtesy DM Foss, we have Donut Pseudo Way of the Hole.
The donut.
The donut. And then coming to eat the donut, we have Papa Smurf. He's going to go hunt that donut down, man.
Look out.
And I don't think I've ever given one of these away before. So I didn't know I had it. I found it in my sticker drawer. This is from Loophole Optics, based in Oregon.
Is that a patch?
It's a sticker.
It looks like a patch.
It's a sticker.
Yeah.
Established in 1907, it says.
Darn.
Is that a patch?
It is not a patch. Incredibly not.
Is that a sticker?
It is.
No, it's a patch.
It's a sticker if you peel the back off of it.
Does
I
it
mean,
got
it is
it
split
might
back?
be a sticker, but it looks like a patch.
There you
Uh-huh.
go.
Well, Bobby was here,
And
he
there
got
are
some back.
patches where you have to peel the back off, Gary.
If it had the split back.
I wonder if they make a patch that looks like a sticker.
Maybe. That'd be kind of cool.
Is it a magnet?
If you stick it on a magnet, it's a magnet.
But currently, what is it? Is it a magnet?
It's a sticker.
Jesus.
You're killing me.
Kill me, Smalls.
And one
So
last
is it-
sticker.
Is it thinner or is it thicker? Is it a thicker sticker?
It is. This one's bigger, though. It's from Palmetto State Armory.
Dan's got
You
balls.
may have heard of them.
A thicker stripper?
That's
That's
in the
definitely
Pal-
not a patch.
That's in the
No,
Palmetto State.
that's an Olympic boxer. It has balls.
Wow.
Don't punch me in the face, yo.
Okay. But now you want to talk about patches.
Oh.
Patches. Speaking of Texas, 2024 NRA Dallas patch from Palmetto State Armory.
I don't have one of those.
You should have one. You should have one.
Duffer wants to know if it was a zipper pull.
Hang on.
No, it's not. We also have a patch here. I'm not horsing around. This is from Anderson. Anderson Manufacturing. Perhaps you've heard of them.
Is that
Joke
a
gets better
patch?
and better.
That is a patch.
Pony up, boys.
Pony up. And then,
And then
And then
we have a patch H&R.
dang it.
that looks like that Leopold sticker.
Looks nothing like the
That's Henry and Ruger.
Loophole, by the way. All right. And then we have DPMS. This is kind of a cool little patch, little tiny patch.
They copied off AC/DC.
Son
That
of
is
a.
cool.
It's pretty cool. And let's see, every winner, at least until they run out, is going to get the Gizzard Gary channel pin. You can
Button.
pin it on your hat. You could pin it on your jean jacket. Or you could pin it on your dog. If you
I
dare.
pin it on my dog now. I just got a dog today.
I'm not pinning it on my dog.
No,
I wouldn't pin it
that's
on your
not
dog.
recommended.
Not on Bobo.
I said you could, but I wouldn't, personally. And then, since good things come in fours,
Oh!
how about some IWI zipper pulls, courtesy of Israel Weapons Industries?
Woohoo!
That's right. And of course, we know that tonight's winner has a choice, because I believe in choice. I'm not pro-choice all the time, but I am right now. You're going to have a choice of a $10 Chick-fil-A gift card or a skinny black knife. But if you're a channel member and you win, you can get both. Or you can get double chicken. Or I suppose if you wanted it bad enough, you could get 2 knives. I don't care how you do it, but yeah, that is what's at stake this evening.
That's very generous, Gary.
You could win a knife to cut your chicken.
That's right. If you're a channel member. Okay. So there is the StreamYard giveaway tool, and we have 27 people entered. Now, StreamYard tells me we have 33 watching. We have 26 watching on YouTube, and believe it or not, 7 people are watching on the X. You got to do the X when you say X. So. All right. So, Rich, since you're the closest one to me, I'm going to let you give the command to hit the draw button.
Okay. Hit the button.
Okay.
Let's
see who today's winner is going to be, or tonight's winner, however you want to look
Please
at it.
don't let it be me.
It's C4
Sarge.
Defense.
Awesome. Congratulations, Sarge.
Sarge!
Is Sarge out there? He's in the...
Yeah, I'm in here. You can, what was it? What go over those prizes again. Let me see if I want them.
No.
You want the optics patch.
Yeah. On that loophole patch. And 4 of the zipper pulls. No, I don't want any of them. Let's draw it again.
Draw again. All right. Second chance, everybody. And this time it is Alaska 1 Andy.
You're welcome, last one,
Congratulations,
Andy.
Well, congratulations to
That price
Alaska.
pack is courtesy of C4 Defense.
That's going to cost you like $900 in
He's
shipping.
He's a generous guy. Alaska 1 Andy is our winner.
Hey,
Chicken.
I won it fair and square, and then I gave it away. So
That's because you are just that kind of guy.
I
Alaska
could.
1.
Man, that would be $20 worth of chicken I just gave away. I'm an idiot.
Is that what you're eating right now? Is $20 worth of chicken?
No, I'm eating some cherries.
Oh, yeah.
I love
Is she
cherries.
mine?
Okay, Alaska One, Andy, are you in the audience? Give you another minute or two to let us know you're still out there. Because I did put a provision out there that you need to be present for the drawing. I'd hate to have to hit that button
When?
again.
You might have to give him 5 minutes. It's got to travel all the way.
Oh,
from
he's in
Alaska.
Alaska. Yeah, it takes a while for that signal to get all the way up there to Alaska.
Well, that reverts back to me. I may keep the chicken if he doesn't claim it.
Wouldn't it be funny if he really lived in like New Mexico or somewhere hot?
I have sent him mail. He
Yeah.
lives in Alaska.
Me too. But yeah.
Trust me, because it costs just a little extra to send to Alaska. Not bad. I was told that it was extravagant, but it's really not. But it is a little more to
You
mail.
couldn't drive it up there for that?
No, not hardly. Alaska One, Andy, are you with us? I'll give you another few seconds. I don't.
Why did it have to be present to win?
Because I said so.
I'm just curious what the motivation was.
So people don't come in the first 5 minutes, enter their hashtag, and then just leave.
Okay, that's fair.
It's not showing him in the participants tab, but I don't know if that thing's always correct.
Oh, no.
It's never correct.
Yeah, I don't think it is because there's more people on here right now than there's like shows.
I'll give them until 15 past the hour, and then we're going to have to draw again for... Well, it'll be our third drawing. I'll leave the giveaway tool on the screen. Hopefully, Alaska One Andy can sneak in here at the last minute. 30 more seconds, Jacob says. Of course, no telling.
It's 11:14 now.
I know. As soon as it hits 15, I'm hitting the button, Andy. Sorry.
Bad timing if a person had to go pee, huh?
Do it now.
It's not quite time yet. You take your phone with you when you go to the bathroom, folks.
How about now?
Getting closer all
3,
the time.
2,
There it is.
1.
If you can't give it away this time, then I want it back. If you can't give it away this time,
Third time's a charm.
You can hand deliver it to the
Go with Chris Lang. Chris Lang,
Okay,
are
he was there a
you
minute
out
ago.
there?
Yeah, he's out there.
He was a second ago.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's out there.
Well, he was 3 minutes ago anyway.
Yeah, Chris Lang, let us know if you're out there.
Well, he's there.
Well, I mean now. I know he was a minute ago. Waiting for
simply like, well, dang, Cards won. I didn't win.
I want to see a woohoo out there. I'm a winner chicken dinner or something positive.
There
he is. And he's awarding it to someone else. He's awarding it to Jacob S. Okay.
Oh, right on.
All right.
Oh, there's Jacob out there.
Yeah, Jacob's out there. Jacob was really wanting that loophole sticker. That's probably why.
Nice.
All right. So, Jacob S., you are the winner chicken dinner. And unless you've moved, well, I haven't seen Travis T tonight. Gosh. Well, it took 3 chances and a gift. Well, a couple gifts. 2 gifts, 3 chances. We finally have a winner. All right.
That means like 9 zipper pulls.
You're welcome, Jacob S.
All right. Wow. Very, very cool. All right. So.
It'd be funny if Alaska One Andy shows up and just mad as can be.
Oh, not.
Yeah. Like
I
a
don't know what time it
satellite
is
dish.
in Alaska. It's what? Earlier, isn't it? Yeah. So you may be eating dinner or something like that. I don't know.
This should have been Snobs, but he took off before the drawing. So.
Yeah, he said he would have gave it away anyway. So, We got more stuff to do. We got lots more stuff to do tonight. So let's do something like this.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it is time for you to send your GORN to Gizzard or GORN at gizzardgary.com. It's time for Show Us Your Gun.
He messes that up every time. So we got Abigail's out there, Abby Finnegan. So it is time for GORN. Show us your GORN. The ticker reads, send that GORN to GORN at gizzardgary.com. And if you would, please, please, please include your channel name in the text of the email so I'll know who it is that's sending it. So if you're sending pictures of firearms, I'd prefer they not be in your hand because YouTube misinterprets those sometimes and has been known to take my stream down at least one time because of that. So lay them down on a table or something like that, if you would. All right. So very, very cool. Let's see what we got in the way of GORN. Oh, wow. Okay. So this is from our prize winner, Jacob. Said, saw this at the demo derby last weekend. I vote for felons with trumped up charges, I think is what that says.
Well, apparently it was driving by the Joker too with the ha on the back.
Huh?
Where's their back tires?
What are you talking about, Rich?
On the back of the car. See, it's
Oh,
ha.
they're all front wheel drive, so they put those on so they don't have to worry about them going flat.
Oh, gotcha.
And he's got another picture in here, so let's take a look at picture number 2. I like this one. I think it may be the same vehicle. It says, can't kill my president. Let's go, Brandon.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, it's the same car because it has Hall on this side, too. Okay. So let's see what else we got here. Doggone it.
Oh, Jacob says those are actually rear wheel drive, so they put them on there so they can't get up a bunch of speed. Then I assume.
Okay, now we got some tractor pull pictures from Jacob. So let's take a look at some tractors.
Wasn't Kamala rear wheel drive?
It's definitely green.
Four motors.
Yeah, and they start all those individually. It's pretty cool.
It's loud.
Oh, yeah.
Got some trucks. All right. We got this one. Well, Jacob likes to take the pictures, that's for sure. Is that one we saw last week? I think it may have been. He sent some in last week, I thought.
Yeah, to where they didn't have nothing between the motor transmission and their legs.
Yeah, that looks familiar.
Dang.
Okay, and then we have,
Dan.
And
we have this from 2 Live Moo.
Oh, yeah.
And he says, H&R Ultra Slug 12 gauge with Hornady Sabot. 89 yards. Yo.
Sabo.
says Sabbath on my screen.
Sweet.
Oh yeah.
So you got him while he's hanging up like that, or?
Yeah. I hit him with the truck first and the Ford tractor right there. Ran him over a couple times.
Nice looking buck, man.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right. Let's see. It's only, just that one picture. Okay. Boomstick sent us a couple pictures. All right. So let's take a look. And it says Garden of the Gods, Colorado, where I was today. There's 4 different pictures here.
Wow.
That's the first one. That is pretty.
It is really cool right where he's talking about.
You've been there, I presume?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the second picture. Okay. Picture number 3. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, we got walking and stuff. It's just a really cool place.
It's kind of hard to judge the scale of it there, but that's a big rock, that's for darn sure. Okay, and I think this is one of the prettier pictures, actually. You got a little bit of color contrast going on here.
Nice.
That is awesome. All right, so now from Mr. Knives.
What?
Yeah, from Mr. Knives. And he says Kershaw Tactical 3.0 Wile E. Coyote from Pike Chocolate Ammo Can from Ghost Tactical. Nice.
Nice Wile E. Coyote.
That is pretty cool.
Nice.
Very appropriate. Very appropriate. Okay, and then Chris Lang. And this is an Independence cannon. I believe that's a small one.
It's a very small one.
It's pretty cool.
22. It's a, what is it, a 22?
I don't even know if it's that big. Be cool if it
22,
really
it's a
fired.
1-1.
Yeah.
It's a 1-1. And then we got one that just came in from Fluffy. And I'm going to rotate this so it'll fit on the screen a little better. All right. And here we go. He says, just about got my 20-inch 308 Ruger Safari done. Just need to move the scope up and zero it and put the new stock on it. Then shoot the crap out of it.
Nice.
Do it while you can in Michigan, Fluffy.
Are they changing something?
Oh, shit.
I
Our
got the
governor?
16-inch version of that instead of the 20.
Our governor wants to confiscate all of our firearms.
Governor.
Thunder cunt, bitch.
In Birmingham, they love the governor.
Well, Birmingham ain't in Michigan either.
There may be a Birmingham, Michigan. I don't know.
There is.
See?
Well, not the
So-
one that Skinnerd was singing about.
Clearly.
You presume, anyway.
Well, since the song was about Alabama, I think it's a safe assumption to make.
Okay, and earlier today, we had this from Defense Dad. I almost forgot. And he said, today's carry, Walther PPQSC, Versa carry, Delta carry holster, KeySmart mini key organizer, Olight i1R2 Pro keychain light, SOG power pint, and just my cheapo Amazon pen that I carry every day. Happy every second matters.
What
Right.
about the key fob? What is it? What brand?
I think
Oh,
that's
would
that.
be
Oh,
Looks like Hyundai.
Hyundai.
Hyundai. Okay.
Hyundai.
Yeah,
Well-
that would be for one of those silly little Santa Cruzes.
What's that little light down there? Is that?
The red one on the right?
Yeah.
That is the Olight i1R2 Pro.
What's the difference? That's the Pro.
That's a Pro.
What's the non-Pro?
Not
The
model.
difference is, I believe it's a little bigger and has a little longer battery life. Because I have both. I can't remember whether he got that from me or not. He may have. I have given away that very light before. All right. And I believe. Let me see. I think there may be some stuff out there. Where was it? No, that's not anyway. I guess there's nothing out there in the text chat, so. All right, well, that's it for GORN for now anyway, folks, unless somebody sends something in the next few minutes. We still have 30 minutes to go, so let's see. Oh, we got somebody out there waiting to get in here. Let's welcome Guns and Barbecue.
From the Keystone State.
That's right. Good evening. How's it going?
Well,
I know. Did I bring
he
enough
posted
for
in the
everybody?
private chat? He says, "Am I John Cena? Gary can't see me."
I've only been hiding back there since you were looking at Jacobessa's photos.
Oh, I'm
Hasn't
sorry.
been that long. I'm not worried about it.
guys can't multitask.
Although
He's been
I will
back there
say,
since we talked about the women's boxing.
You like to watch your box.
that car was indeed front wheel drive, and they put those tires on the back because when the rear end collapses in on the rear tires, they don't have to worry about dragging them around. Because one, the skid steer tires, you can find those dirt cheap when they're slick like that because nobody wants them, and they still have to have a DOT rating to be ran on the car. So it works out running those, and then they just drag them everywhere anyways, as opposed to if you're running a donut or something and that thing stays aired up, it's a lot harder to drag around.
Okay, I believe we did get some more stuff in here. This is
Nice.
from G-Webs. A little bit different take on GORN, but I'll allow it. All right. So these are shots of some of the polls that he's done over the past few days. Let's see. Question: what is your favorite firearm manufacturer? We have 34% said Glock, 28% said Smith & Wesson, 16% Sig Sauer, and 22% said other. That sound about right to you?
I can't believe that 34% of people are that wrong. They probably voted in Biden.
Now, there's people on this panel that own Glocks.
I stand by what I said.
I have 3. Sarge probably has more than I.
I've got a couple.
Yeah, but Sarge gets cool guns sent to him all the time. Like that's an exception.
Huh. The overwhelming majority I've bought.
I'll say not near as many as you would think. Trust me.
I'm just jealous of the COSINT that he had sent to him, which I realized he had to send back, but I can still be jealous of that because that was friggin' sweet.
I don't send them. I just go over there and meet them.
Yeah, it's probably easier.
I didn't realize you were that close.
Yeah, he's less than an hour from here.
Sarge,
must be
Good, it's
friggin'
45
awesome.
minutes.
Sarge is right in the middle of everything where he lives. I tell you what, he's got all kinds of stuff.
Leaves him at the crime scene.
So then we have, which historical firearm would you most like to own or shoot? We have 48% voted for the M1 Garand, 8% said Lee Enfield, 33% said AK-47, 10% said other.
Peasant weapon.
So are 48% right in this case?
Oh yeah, you got to choose American. 2 world wars.
Fair enough.
And quite a few other wars and skirmishes.
Technically speaking, the Lee Enfield would also qualify for the 2 world wars thing. Just thing.
We won.
Okay, we've got more yet. All right. Here's another question. How often do you participate in firearms training or safety courses? 17% answered monthly. 12% said quarterly. 27% said annually. And 44% said never. Wow. Surprising?
No.
Honestly, I'm surprised that the never is only at 44%. I figured it would be slightly over 50.
Yeah, same here. That seems a little low, but yeah.
Interesting. Okay, and I think there may be... Nope, that's it. That's the last one of those. Now, we did get another one in from 223DMR. This is a new barrel for my Mini 14. That looks to be all business.
All business.
All business. Now, G-Web says those are people who vote on his channel, not really a random sample. That's true.
Well, and that's what I was kind of thinking to myself, but just honestly, if it was like a group of people I knew, I mean, that would skew terribly to never.
So, want to do something here, but you're going to have to bear with me for just a moment whilst I grab a link here. But I started something yesterday, and I did put something in my community tab, but I have started a Fowl Territory archive on the Rumble platform where I plan to upload all of my old back video copies of Fowl Territory episodes since I had to take so many of them off of YouTube. I thought I'd put them someplace where everybody could get to them if they so choose. It's a slow process because you have to manually upload each and every one of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it takes about 30 minutes each for them to finish processing. I found out the hard way that if you don't wait, then they get jumbled out of order. So there's a link to my Fowl Territory channel on Rumble. Last time I looked, there were about 7 people that were following it. So if you would please do that, I'd appreciate it. And then I can get a custom URL. We have Woods out there in the audience, and we finally have the Gun Snob has joined us. Either he was working late or he woke up from his nap, one or the other. So,
I would venture to say, let me see if I can figure it out. I'm trying to read the vibes. Bet you he's camping.
he may be camping. I
Glenn.
think he might have told us that last week, as a matter of fact.
I think he might be camping near a body of water.
Oh, that's right. Got to do this outdoorsy stuff. Well, you're running into the time of year where it's going to start getting cooler here in a few weeks. So
He's probably seeing Karen half topless.
which half? Left half or right half?
Middle half.
Player's choice.
Middle half. Snob says, I'm camping. Yep. There we go. Well,
Middle.
enjoy yourself out there. You bet. We just got some more GORN in. Well, when my computer decides to receive it anyway. From Defense Dad. He says, well, geez, I'll recycle some pics due to your lack of GORN, I guess. Okay, fair enough. We allow repeats. So here's the first one. HKVP9. It's green.
Mhm.
Does he not live where there's lights?
It's for effect, I'm pretty sure.
Mhm.
All right. And then the second picture here. Completely different. Completely different here. We have, looks like a Browning buckmark.
Totally redeemed himself.
Yep. Nice.
Fiber optic front sight, adjustable rear sight. Nice. Gold trigger.
Golden
Classy.
land grip.
Classy.
I like it.
I'll give it a
Yeah,
thumbs
that's
up.
sweet.
Heck yeah.
I give it 2 thumbs up. 2 hoofs.
You'll give it 2? Okay.
2 hoofs right there.
You're generous, I tell you what. You're all right. I don't care.
Maybe a
what
little udder.
That's just getting too far.
That was utterly uncalled for.
Hey, who's making these rules, Rich? Come on, man.
Want to remind everybody, I presume anyway, after tonight's Fowl Territory, you can tune in to the weekly 2A wrap-up on either the gun websites or the Daily Gun Show YouTube channels. If you see it posted there, I encourage you to go. I did not, earlier today anyway, I did not see it out there to link to, so you have to go find it, but you can continue the conversation. Also want to remind everybody that it is still, at least for a few minutes, every second matters. So hopefully today you were able to spread the word and share the message about our right to keep and bear arms and help promote the Second Amendment. Snob says he has it up now. G-Web's put his link out there. So let me go look here. There it is right there. Okay, so let me do this real quick. See if I can do this while we're running. I think I can. And then you'll be automatically redirected once this is over. So I go here, and then I go here. And then I find a weekly 2A wrap-up right there and save. Okay, it's taken care of. You will now be redirected after this is over. Very cool. All right. So, yeah, anyway, check that out. Let's see. What else is going on here? I want to remind everybody that one way to support the channel is by using my affiliate links. There's a good number of them listed. There's a couple ways you can find my affiliate links. You can go to the About section of my channel, and there's a link to my link tree. Or you can go to my website at gizzardgary.com, and up at the top, just click on affiliate links. And when you shop using any of those links, a little bit of the portion of that comes back to help out the channel. And in certain cases, you can even, yes, you can even save some money. So anyway, yeah, check that out. But yeah, if you got GORN, still time to send it. But we are at about a quarter to the hour. Is there anything else going on we can discuss? Even you guys in the audience, if you want to throw a subject out there, feel free. We got a few minutes to kill. Somebody's whistling out there. I don't know if they're whistling at me or at their dog. I don't know.
Do we want to speculate on what Snob is doing on his camping trip?
Camping, I presume.
We presume, but I mean, like, there's so many other things you could do while camping. You can go fishing, comb your hair. Never mind.
Go swimming.
Yep, there's that one.
He ain't combing his hair. What are you talking about?
Yeah, which one?
Oh, wait. You know, what you do downtown is your business.
That's true. G-Web says eating. That's probably true. Imagine he's got his, what is that, Blackstone grill or whatever. He probably brought that along so he could cook. Actually, I'm kind of jealous. That sounds pretty good.
Love my Blackstone.
Being out there among the heat and the skeeters isn't exactly my thing, but
I think he's sitting around the campfire playing the guitar and singing.
Mandolin, probably. But during the day, yeah, it was pretty hot. So I don't know what the weather is down there, but I hope he's having a good time. He works hard during the week. He deserves a little bit of time off. Woods has a gun question. He says, on a revolver, is a bobbed hammer really necessary? Is there any real data on a hammer snagging or just opinion? My opinion, it's probably a fact if you're pocket carrying that thing.
Yeah, I would.
Plus, being able to draw from a pocket carry, I can tell you from experience, it's much more difficult if a hammer is present.
Yeah, it will catch from a pocket carry. Like if you're going to be carrying a J-frame, 642 might be your best bet because it doesn't have an external hammer at all.
But the bobbed hammer pretty much works too, I believe. G-Web says, yes, hammers catch on pockets.
But what about other than pockets? What if you're carrying 3 o'clock, you know?
Well, in that case, I don't know that the hammer really hampers you much in a outside the waistband scenario.
Or even inside the waistband scenario. If you're just carrying in a holster, it's not going to be as big a deal as if you're not.
In fact, then it gives you the advantage of being able to go directly to a single action trigger if you so choose. You have to be careful about that, though.
And I think on the getting caught in pocket carry, it kind of depends on what pants you got and what size, model the gun is, maybe. Because I have carried the Taurus 38 Special in my pocket, quite a bit. And I didn't really have trouble with it. But I also mostly wear like some, loose fitting shorts or whatever. So, yeah.
I also think, there's going to be a lot that goes into it. Because really, your front sight could get snagged even when you're drawing. One, it's going to be practicing, however you're carrying, drawing from that position and, other positions too, not just like, oh, I'm standing. What if you're in your car and you're pocket carrying? Then you got to, practice popping your hips up, unless you have a gun that you keep religiously in your vehicle or, there can be other caveats, but just assuming that you only have your one gun that you're pocket carrying, then, you want to be able to draw from different positions, things like that. And the idea that just the hammer is an issue, and I think that's what Woods was looking into is, is there any hard data that actually shows, oh yeah, this happens way more often than if there was no hammer.
I don't know where you'd get that data, to be honest.
And I think, what he's wanting to know is there really that data, or is it just kind of one of those myths where it happened to somebody, then it's blown out of proportion? Kind of like, open carry, oh, you'll be the first to die, or, whatever the heck else. Because, heck, look at the SIG with the SAS sight, and one of the things they're pushing about that is, oh, well, the sight won't snag on your pants.
Well, people who draw their gun and the hammer snags their pants may or may not live to tell the tale.
100%, but if anything,
you may not know that was the issue.
But again, if anything snags it, front sight, rear sight, and I'm not saying from a pocket carry. Yeah.
People carry revolvers with red dots. That's not a joke.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know. I just the idea of it in a pocket, like, holy cow. But again, then moving outside the pocket too. I think a lot of it personally is just, anecdotal things where it has maybe happened here or there. Have there been open carriers that have been killed? Absolutely. Are you going to find a mess load of examples? No.
I can just tell you from experience, having carried, like Rich said, Taurus 85, for example, 38 special snub nose revolver.
Yep.
With J-frame, with a hammer. And it did, when you do practice draws with it, yeah, that was an issue. And yes, there are ways of working around that with the thumb over the, you put the thumb over the hammer when you're drawing it back, but that's something you consciously have to learn to do and stuff like that. And so I don't know if there's so much anecdote or if there's so much hard evidence of when it's been an issue, as much as people's perceptions are based on trial and error of them. If you're like me, you put an empty gun into a holster and try withdrawing it just to see what the mechanics are being like. And to me, it's like, I don't like the feel of this. It's not going to work for me. So when I got the opportunity to purchase a revolver without a hammer, I can tell you I like it so much better. That's not an issue. Plus, the lack of a hammer really, to me, isn't that big a deal. So to me, it's worth it.
And if you do want a hammer, there are what they call shrouded hammers, which are basically, it's like a switch on the where the hammer would be, and you pull that back, and you can still fire single action while your hammer is protected so it doesn't snag. So that's another option.
Which is pretty much what a bobbed hammer would amount to, depending on how much you bob the hammer, of course.
Well, like on the 442s and the 642s, they have a small nub.
Yes.
On the hammer where you could still cock it if you wanted.
The 642 doesn't have a hammer at all. It's all internal.
You sure about that?
Yeah, had one.
Yeah. He's 100% correct about
you're
the
right.
642.
Well, what the heck am I thinking of then?
A different model.
There is a different model that
I'm just trying to remember what it is.
I
Something
can't.
other than ending in 42.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
G-Web says there is no hard evidence for 9mm because it's a soft caliber. 9mm is a small nub.
And it may shoot through your hand hole.
It could.
It shoots through your hand better than this one does.
Mhm.
This shoots from a hand better than this one.
Now, my son accidentally shot himself through the palm of his hand once, allegedly while cleaning a gun. So
You're supposed to clean them unloaded.
you are. And without your hand over the end of the muzzle, too.
Well, I
That's the
know
recommended way of doing
someone that was taking one apart a couple days ago and shot through the palm of their hand.
Damn.
Very unfortunate accident.
That must have hurt a little
Was
bit.
it a Glock?
Yes,
Shit.
it was user error.
I bet you won't do that again.
Let's hope not. I said that's what I said. I was like, "Well, buddy, good thing is all your fingers are attached. They work. They're the right color." I was like, because I was afraid I saw them. I was afraid they'd be like all swell up and purple, like where circulation was bad. I'm like, I mean, although it sucks, you're going to be okay. I said, good thing is you're going to be the safest gun handler of anyone you know
And also,
for the rest of your life. You will be the
That's gonna
safest
be-
guy.
like picking up chick stuff. Like, I got shot.
Mm-hmm.
Not by my. Leave out the part that he shot himself.
And it looked like he had partial
Right.
stigmata.
Yeah, I took a 9mm through the hand and still could type my resume.
We had a guy in high school who actually shot himself. He was out hunting with a shotgun, grabbed the
What?
gun by the barrel with his
Oh.
right hand to get out of the truck, and it went off. And yeah, he had to have quite a bit of surgery to fix that.
Would it hit?
Wow. He's lucky his hand was even there still.
Yeah, some of it was. Let's put it
Was-
that way.
Was it his hand or where
His
it hit?
hand, yes.
You never said. You said he grabbed it by the barrel.
Grabbed it with his hand over the barrel,
Oh, over the barrel. You said by the
over the muzzle.
Ooh, a 12 gauge shoot the
Oh,
hand?
gosh.
That's
12
way
gauge. Yep.
worse. 9mm. 9mm just bounce off.
That's right.
That'd be awful.
It was awful.
25
Yeah.
ACP, you think somebody threw a pea at you or something.
I'm not volunteering for that one either.
No, me either. All right.
I wouldn't volunteer for a 22 short.
Anyway,
You could
let's
probably
go.
flex real hard and like bounce the 22 short off of you.
Probably.
Yeah, the alligator skin where I don't wash.
We've got about 5 minutes to go, so let's go ahead and go to the last segment. What did you learn?
No.
We'll ask each of our panelists what they learned and give them a chance to plug their channel. We'll start with Rich. What did you learn, Rich?
That sometimes it takes multiple draws to get a winner on this show.
Well, that's true.
Word.
What do you have coming up?
Well, we got This Week Unloaded coming up on Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Unless Scotsman doesn't have his show, then it'll be at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then next Sunday, there won't be a show because we're not going
You're
to
gonna
be
in Tennessee.
yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. We got less than 2 weeks to go, guys.
I know. Got the deal today for the range day to
Yep.
sign the waiver and all that stuff. It's
Yep.
getting close now.
Yes, it is.
All right. Anything else, Rich?
No, that's about it for right now.
All right. Well, thank you for being here. Two Life Moo, what did you learn?
Hey, I think I learned two things. That Snob likes wearing a half shirt, and G-Webs likes wearing really tight shorts to impress the ladies.
There you go.
I got nothing.
You got nothing. All right. Well, thanks.
So
for-
let's go to Guns and Barbecue or C40.
No, C4
C4
Advance. Sarge, what
Well-
did you learn?
I learned that you must be present to win the giveaway because Gizzard is a little stingy. If you were in the bathroom or you had to run and go do something, you don't get to win.
That's right. All right.
Rules, man.
What do you have coming up, Sarge?
The Goals Conference in beautiful downtown Knoxville, Tennessee, near the Sun Sphere. I saw the Sun Sphere when it was new for the 1984 World's Fair. Yeah, 1984.
Gary saw the pyramids when they were new.
Gary did. Gary helped. He was like in on the design.
Gary helped plant the Hanging Gardens of Babylon.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else, Sarge?
He's getting upset with everybody.
No, I just want to
No.
get off here so G-Webs can start a show.
I'm going to Goals, and I'm looking forward to covering it. Looking forward to the first annual.
Goal.
Me too. All right. Well, thank you for being here. Let's go to Hillbilly Up. What did you learn?
Yeah, I learned snobs camping, and you can actually win the giveaway here, and your name not even be on it. A couple of great people won and passed it on and passed it forward to somebody else. That was awesome.
Was Jacob not in the giveaway?
No, I mean he didn't win. Like,
Well, that's not the
give
first
anything.
time. We've had given away to people before. So,
You betcha.
all right. Well, what do you have coming up?
Tomorrow night, we got Guns, Beer, and Therapy, 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern. So if you ain't done nothing, swing by and visit us. Thanks for having me on that, buddy.
All right. Thanks for being here.
Now, real quick, is Hillbilly insinuating that Jacob pulled a Kamala?
He wasn't on
No, not at all.
All right. Guns and Barbecue. What did you learn?
I've been trying to think about this, and I came in kind of late. I learned that I got nothing. I got nothing.
What do you got? Anything coming up we need to know about?
It's gonna be a long night for me. I've got 8 pork butts ready to go on the smoker. I've got 150 pieces of chicken to do. Enough macaroni and cheese to feed 150 people, and enough baked beans to feed 150 people tomorrow. So that's all my life is gonna revolve around, is cooking for a wedding, and then I have to photograph it. So
full plate.
Dang.
yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for being here. And with
Thank
that,
you.
I'd like to thank everybody for watching, whether you watched here on YouTube or out there on Facebook or the X. I appreciate it. If you're watching in replay, thanks for watching the replay. And thanks to everybody who commented out there, sent in GORN. Thanks to all of my panelists, and a special thanks to all of my YouTube channel members for everything they do to support the channel. So don't forget, weekly 2A wrap-up after this on the gun websites or daily gun show channels. We will be doing this again next week. For my channel members, we have a members-only chat every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central. Love to have you there. And then next Friday, Fowl Territory 274 right here, Friday night, 9 p.m. Central. So, I want you to have a safe weekend. And I want to remind you that if anyone tries to infringe on your right to keep and bear arms, remember to give them the bird. This is Gizzard Gary. On behalf of my panel, saying good night. I'll give my panelists one last chance to shout out good night, and then we'll roll the end credits. So have a great weekend.
Good night,
Bye
y'all.
bye.
Keep
That's
in the
rough
X-ray.
rope.
Careful.